compute. Oh, did y'all hear that it said recording in progress? I know they've made all these different updates. You guys feel free if you want to turn on your camera or do anything like that. This is very, very informal. I know that I'm actually going to figure that up here in a minute. We had so many new team members added throughout the May join special. So if you added new team members, I would love for you to shout yourself out about how many you added or how many your group added. I know Tasha, I think you did 7. And I'm like, heck yeah. But I know that our group has grown and I am just so very thankful for you guys. So if it's something that interests you, we can do a group new consultant training where like lots of the directors can come on and we can all kind of talk about what to do as a new consultant. Or if you have not been trained by your sponsor, please reach out to them, ask them about that. If they are not sure what to do, that's okay. That is why there are directors and other people like that to help guide them. So even if you're brand new or you're not sure how to train a new team member, reach out to your upline director and I know that they can point you in the right direction. So tonight we are going to be talking all about PRV. Okay. PRV is your personal retail volume if there are any brand new people on here. And tonight we're going to be talking about how to increase your PRV by 30%. Increasing your PRV or your sales by 30%. PRV is honestly usually the reason why people or what people join for, I guess what they know about when you first get started, because we are in a sales business, right? And so when we're talking about network marketing or direct sales, we're selling. And PRV is something that everybody has to have every single month to make a paycheck. Okay. Now I'm going to preface all of this by saying that if you want to create long-term income, long-term wealth, generational wealth, and make paychecks up to, there's literally no ceiling. I have people in our upline that are making $80,000 a month. No, I didn't mistake that. $80,000 a month income disclosure. So that's possible. It takes time. But the way to do that is through sponsoring and sales. So if you are in this for the long term and you are wanting to build long-term wealth, replacement income, or even just fun money, the best way to increase your paycheck is through sponsoring and through sales. Sponsoring means that you are going to grow your team. And basically it means that you can earn money while you sleep. That is what residual income is. And I think that if more people actually understood what it was, instead of calling it just a pyramid scheme or whatever, they would be breaking down the doors to get to it, because we work for the most amazing company. Number one, we have the most amazing CEOs. And I have been with another direct selling company before I was with Scentsy. And I know that there are numerous of you guys that were too. And our compensation plan is like no other. And I'm not saying that just because I'm with Scentsy. I'm saying that because it's just hands down the truth. If you go and Google any other direct sales or network marketing compensation plan, usually it's pretty hard to find. But Scentsy is very upfront and open about that. Okay. So PRV, you get paid on one time. And I'm just going to be honest, you are never going to be able to sell enough monthly to match the type of income that you could make by continually growing. However, having sales is what is going to bring you customers and make you able to eventually grow your team and make that replacement income. I hope that makes sense. Now, even if you just joined to buy from yourself, this training can absolutely be for you too, because I originally just joined to buy from myself. And then I realized that I could actually make some fun money and get my Scentsy for free. So we're going to talk about how to increase our PRV by 30%. We're going to break it down by 3 different ways to do that. So the first way And I'm going to say that this way is typically the most difficult, just because it involves increasing your current customer base by 10%. So step one is, or one way to do it to increase your PRV by 30%, is to increase your current customer base by 10%. So if you want to break that down to be very black and white numerical, if you have 100 customers, you need 10 more customers to increase it by 10%. Finding new customers is something that's never going to end, and it's never going to stop if you are going to continue to work this as a business, because there's always going to be people that are coming and flowing. They're moving, they're going through things in their life. You're sponsoring them. Finding new customers is something that can never stop. The reason why I say that's the hardest is because when I get to the other two ways, that makes it a little bit more simple because they're already buying from you. So if you wanted to get very, very specific, like I said, break it down by numbers. Figure out exactly how many customers you have and set yourself a numerical goal. The reason why I don't want you to just leave it at 10% is because that's very vague, right? So if you can say, okay, well, I have 100 people who consistently buy from me once every couple of months. I need to increase it by 10 new customers, because that gives me something to actually work towards. That is, what's the word? I don't want to say scalable, measurable. You can measure to see if you've actually increased by 10%. Okay. But the reason why this is so great is because Scentsy makes everyday products that people use every single day better. Everybody washes their hands, I hope. Everybody uses lotion. Everybody wipes their counters down or cleans their bathroom, I hope. Everybody takes a bath. Most people like their home to smell good. Most people like decor for warmers. If people have kids, buddies are there. We make everyday products better. Everybody does laundry, but everybody's not getting paid for it like we are, right? And we have the opportunity to make 30% commission on things that we use every single day. 30%. Because if you didn't know, every month that you sell 2,000 PRV, you get a 5% bonus. That guarantees you a $600 paycheck. You sell 2,000 PRV, you get a $600 paycheck before any team bonuses. That is why I always suggest to try to reach 2,000 a month minimum. Because if not, you're leaving 5% on the table every single month. And that's okay if you don't reach it every month, or if you're somebody that just isn't focused on high sales. But for me, I want that 5% extra. That makes a big difference. Because if you are selling, let me do this in my calculator. Oh, so I'm not wrong. 1,999 times 25% is $499. But if you sell 2,000 at 30%, that gets you another $100. So that $1 that you didn't make, like if you were at 1,999 and you went over to 2,000, that's $100. That $1 is worth $100. So anytime that you are very close to 2,000, that is why I like cringe when I see people that are at like 1,995. Find somebody that wants to buy a travel tin. Find somebody that wants to buy something right there at the end of the month, or that's $100 that you're leaving on the table for $5, right? So make sure that you know that. Okay, so like I said, if somebody, and that's one thing that I think that some people are kind of leaving on the table. When people think of Scentsy, they think of wax and warmers. That's what people picture in their head, right? There are so many people that don't know that we have pods. If you're not selling the heck out of some pods, you're missing the mark, because the only place that they can get refills from are from us, right? Make sure that you're not only focusing on warmers and wax. I have people who are just die-hard essential oil people, and they are not going to warm wax. They are going to use their essential oils. And that's fine. I'm not going to try and talk them out of doing that if that's how they like to fragrance their space. We have oils, we have diffusers, and they're the best on the market, not to mention Counter Clean, Washer Whiffs, all of the other product lines. And I'm going to get more into that here in a second. So, like I said, increase your current customer base by 10%. Now you're probably thinking, well, how in the world am I going to do that? Well, here are some things that you're going to do that. Okay. Some things to do are parties. I understand that a lot of people have been saying, I can't get anybody to do a party. Well, you need to take that "I can't" out of your vocabulary. My kids know that they are not even allowed to say the word "can't." I will drop a fabulously placed F-bomb in my kitchen and my kids won't even like flinch. But if I say "can't," they're go cuss me out basically and tell me that I'm saying a bad word and this, that, and the third, because we don't use the word "can't" in my house. We can rephrase that. We can say what we're doing right now isn't working, or you haven't found anybody yet. But there's always somebody out there that is willing to party. I'm going to be honest. I very rarely ever book a party by saying party. So if you guys are here in the chat box and you've been with us for a while, I would love for you to add some ideas in the chat while I'm moving on to the next thing, and I'll come back and talk about it, about ways to say party without party, right? How can you book a party without saying the word party? I would love for you guys to drop some of that in the chat. So parties are one thing. Something else is you need to get every single person's contact information. I see that there are people who are gathering bulk orders, but then the only way to get in touch with that person is through Instagram. That can't be the only way. Find a way to grab their address. Find a way to grab their birthday. Find a way to grab their email. What I have is a Google form that I have them fill out with their name, their phone number, their email, their address, etc. Because that's good customer service. Not because I'm going to spam them, but because what if they decide to go in and activate their Instagram because there's something going on? What happens if social media dies tomorrow? Are you going to have a way to get in touch with any of your people? And if the answer is no, you need to make for dang sure that you come up with a way right here and now to get every single person's customer information. Because if you're not, you're leaving money on the table. And Facebook could go away tomorrow. Instagram could go away tomorrow. You need to have a way to contact them besides that. Okay. If you use the Sell with Amy app, let me go to it real quick. I watched a really good training on this here recently because I wanted to make sure that I was training my people appropriately on it. And there's a contact link in your Sell with Amy. And when you go to your Sell with Amy, you can click contact form in your app. And you literally can click share. And you can tell them that this is your contact info. I'm going to text it to Jen because I know she's on this call right now, and she can look and see what it looks like as well. So you have a contact information or a contact form. If you use that app, you can still use the free version and have that, but it's super important. Okay. So when we were talking about booking parties, a personal shopping link, if somebody's buying online from you, let them get their own link so that they can buy from it and share from their friends. Someone said, I'd like to earn these. You can ask somebody, do you want to earn that for free? There's two different prices. You can pay $55 for this warmer, or I can get it for you for half off. You can say it like that. A Scent Social would love to come over and get your opinion on our products, invite some family and friends. Something that I use a lot is like, I'm about to go to Disney World. So I'm going to ask some people to babysit my testers. What does that mean? I'm going to give them my testers. I'm going to say I've been a bad mom. I need somebody to babysit my testers for me while I'm gone. They can have a sniff session with their people. There's lots and lots and lots of different ways. If you are not in the different groups that we have that I've posted and that I'm sure your leaders have posted, like the monthly movement, the booking boot camp, there are text. I've done a video on text parties. There are Facebook parties. There's a new QR code party that you can do. There are tons of different ways, but sometimes people are just really turned off by hearing the word party. Okay. Something else that you can do to increase your customer base by 10% is to ask for referrals. What I mean by that is when somebody is taking, like when you're taking their order right then and there, they've got a 6-pack of wax, you text them and say, okay, well, your total is $32.10. Do you know anybody else that might want to get a 6-pack too? Super easy to just throw that in there. Okay. Do you know anybody who might want some counter clean too? If you're talking about counter clean and cleaning it with your stainless steel, do you have anybody else who has stainless steel appliances that might want to try this out? Okay. Ask for referrals right then and there. When I say have a referral program, that is a personal special. I will show you what I put in mine. You cannot post this publicly. So nobody turn me in. This isn't something I post publicly, but it's something that I put in my mailers. Let's see. So I use this little referral rack card that I made, and it says how do referrals work. So it says refer a new customer, get $10 in free credit when they place their first order. So my friend Krista referred a new customer to me. Her cousin ordered. I text Krista and said, hey girl, thank you for the referral. They ordered, you get $10 in product credit. Let me know what you want to get. Yes, that's coming out of my pocket. However, if I'm taking care of that new customer, that is a new customer that's also going to refer me new people, right? So that's a business write-off. I can document that. I can take care of it. Also, because I'm always closing my own parties, that $10 in free credit can be in free party rewards, right? Or it can be in bars or whatever, something I have on hand. You don't have to do $10. Do whatever the heck you want it to be, whatever the heck you want it to be. When I first started, I think I did like a free bar. And what I did was I used one of the Scent of the Month bars that I'd already paid for and gave them that free bar. Okay. Refer a new host, get a free 3-pack of wax. The reason why I say 3-pack of wax is because that is a step up from the $10. Do what you can afford. And then it says refer a new team member, earn a free warmer of your choice. Guys, like I use Hostess rewards for these things. I never just pay $50 for a free warmer that because someone referred me a new team member. But if somebody is referring me, that means I've built a relationship with them. That means they have a relationship with somebody that they've referred. And think about it, guys. When you are wanting someone to clean your house or wanting someone to come clean your carpets, aren't you going to ask for referrals? People that have already used someone or has a good relationship with someone so that you know you're not getting ripped off or whatever. Referrals are the best way to grow your business because people are going to trust people that they already know, like, and trust. Okay. And on the other side, it just says ways to support your wax boss without spending any money. I couldn't do this business without you. Your referrals mean the world to me. Share, like, comment, purchase, post a photo, refer, shout out, or leave a review. And this just goes in the back, like in my order. So have a referral program that you can afford. You don't have to do what I do. Okay. The next thing is drawing slips and potential customer packs. So I'm going to show you what I have. I keep these in my purse. I keep them made for me, ready to go. All this is a product list, and you don't have to put it in like a fancy envelope, but it's a product list with my contact information. It has a Scentsy Club flyer. It has the I Choose Scentsy that talks about like why I choose Scentsy on the back. It has 10 reasons to join. And then I have this right here that just like introduces myself, tells me why I give this to them. On the back, it says, what is Scentsy? All of this is in my Google Drive, y'all. And then the last thing, which is what I think is super important, is enter my drawing. And this is paper pencil. And I know you're thinking, well, if you're just giving that to somebody, how are they going to get it to you? Because what I tell them when I give this to them is text this completed drawing form to my phone number to be entered into the drawing. No purchase is necessary. That's super important. Tell them no purchase is necessary. Guys, it's a drawing. They don't care. It's free. It could be some samples. You don't have to give something away. Like, you don't need to give things away if you're not making money. And in the back, I just have like some felt samples and stuff like that. I carry these with me. So if I have a waitress, or if I'm at Home Goods and I start talking to somebody in the aisle or the cash register somewhere, I just give them that. And I say, this is just a sunshine pack or a purse pack, whatever it is I want to call it that day. And I say, in there's a drawing form. If you text that to me, you will be entered into my drawing, and everybody wins, is what I say to them, right? The reason why I have them text me, I have their phone number now, right? So I used to have just like a QR code like this to have them fill out. And what I found was that not everybody was doing it. Pretty much nobody was doing it. That wasn't working for me. So I stopped doing that. And now I have the drawing form like that. Has every single person text me that I've given that to? No, but I know that I'm brightening their day. I know that they're probably going to remember me because the places that I'm giving these to are places that I like go to all the time. And I mean, it's just being a good human. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them. I literally put some candy in there that was leftover candy from something. Okay. So potential customer packs. You should always have Scentsy on you. Okay. Now, the next tip about increasing your customer base by 10% is you need to live the Scentsy life. Are you branded? That means, do you have Scentsy shirts? Do you have a sticker on the back of your car? Do you have a mobile office? If somebody sees you out somewhere, do you have something Scentsy on you? Now, I'm not big on business cards because I don't keep business cards. I think it's more like my generation. Think about who you are trying to like be like, or your dream customers. I'm not going to keep up with a business card, but I keep a couple of those in my purse and I make sure that I give them out. So tomorrow I have to go to the dermatologist that's in a different city. I'm taking 5 of those with me, and I'm not going to let myself come home until 5 of those are out. And I'm not just leaving them somewhere. I am going to give them to someone. Yes. So Courtney said digital business cards. I had a Popl, Popl, on the back of my phone. It fell off, but that's really great too. And I'll type it in there. And that's definitely like a digital business card. I know Bailey and some other people have talked about digital business cards as well. For me, I'm super awkward. And so like having a digital business card like stresses me out because it just does. So you have to find something that works for you. So that's why I created the purse packs, because for me, that makes it, I'm giving them something and I know that I've prepared it and I hope it brightens their day. Because the one time I did try to like give my digital business card to somebody, I can't even tell you what I said. There's no telling what the hell came out of my mouth because I'm awkward. So that's why I don't do it like that. But I think that that works for everybody should have a digital business card. And that can be something super simple like your link tree. If you pay for Canva, you can make a Canva landing page. Okay. Something else to increase your customer base by 10%, increase your social media presence. Social media is not the way that you are going to make $10,000. However, it is what people do in their free time. Guys, that's what people do when they're standing in line, when they're laying in bed, when they're doing whatever. People are on social media. People need to see you. People need to see your face. They don't need to see flyers. People need to see and hear your opinion. People need you to write text on your stories, because I think it's 80% of people listen to stories or watch stories with their sound off because they're at work or somewhere else where they're not supposed to be listening to it. So put text on that. And when I say increase your social media presence, that means unboxing videos. That means sharing that you're on a team meeting right now. That means sharing your favorite 6-packs, doing a sniff session, opening your whiff box. Nothing is too simple unless you're just posting flyers. People want to see you. And just because you post something once doesn't mean that everybody sees it. I go days sometimes without getting on Facebook. And I know that that's not something great to hear from your superstar director, but it gives me anxiety. And so sometimes I will go a day or two. I may post, but that doesn't mean I actually consumed it, meaning I didn't check my notifications, meaning I didn't scroll. I don't know why. Facebook just gives me anxiety, probably because every time I open it, I have 500 notifications, even though I've turned off notifications on everything. And so just because you post it once doesn't mean it's going to stick forever. Okay. Gifts to everyone. Stop going to Target to buy gifts. Stop doing it. Everybody needs a gift of Scentsy, period. I had a 1-year-old's birthday party to go to this weekend. I didn't go to Target and buy a gift. She got a Scentsy buddy. Like it or leave it, they go love it because it smells good and that's what you need to do, period. It's not being crazy. It's working smarter. Nobody gets a gift from me that's not Scentsy. I had one of Mason's teachers or one of Marley's teachers join my team, and it was teacher appreciation. Of course, I wasn't going to go give her some Scentsy bars and counter clean like I gave other people, but I gave her business supplies. So there's a way to gift Scentsy for everybody. Yes. So Amber said that she's the matron of honor and she's doing goodie bags. Absolutely, guys. There are Scentsy leaders that have gotten married. And when Honeymoon Hideaway was still a scent, they did scent circles in Honeymoon Hideaway for gifts for everybody at their wedding. Like, don't overthink it, guys. Every man in my family gets Scentsy too. They can just get over it. They've just learned that they better tell me what scents they like because that's what they're going to get. So, and most people are super thankful and happy for it anyway. And yes, the men get soap, hand cream. I have been a big believer in the mini fans and the pods because they do so well. Okay. And then the last thing I want to say about increasing your current customer base by 10% is to join Facebook groups based on what you're interested in and build relationships. That does not mean go and join these groups and then spam people. But I want you to think about the hobbies that you have. Do you like cricket, like the cricket machines and silhouettes? Do you like murder? I know that sounds crazy. Do you like murder? Are you a true crime fan? Are you into like volleyball? Are you into soccer? Like, find different things that you are interested in. Are you a postpartum mom? And join those groups and actually engage in them. And eventually those types of things are going to come up. Okay. So that doesn't mean that it's going to be instant with that whole 10%, but you do have to build relationships. Okay. Point number 2 to increase your PRV by 30% is to increase the dollar amount that your current customers are spending by 10%. Okay. So increase the dollar amount that your current customer is spending by 10%. So let's think of it this way. We're going to put a number on it again, guys. A six pack of wax is $30. A 10% increase is $3. So if you sell a 3-pack of bulbs to them for $5, you've already increased that by more than 10%. If they're buying wax from you, you should always offer bulbs. Even if they only want 1 bulb, that's still an upsell. It is not being salesy and crazy for you to provide good customer service, because how many times do you have a customer say, oh my God, my bulb went out. Do you have any? Oh my gosh, like I don't have any bulbs. I went to Walmart and I tried one and now my warmer's so hot, it's burning my hand. Duh, they need bulbs, right? So everybody should be offered a pack of bulbs if they are buying our warmers and wax, period. Just put that in your vocabulary. When you tell them, when they say they want a 6-pack, they tell you their scents, you say, Do you need a 3-pack of bulbs to go with that? 3 bulbs of the same size for $5, especially if they are buying a warmer that's an Edison bulb. You can't just go out and buy one of those at Walmart, even if they wanted to. So you say, do you want a backup bulb? Yes, that is a $6 upsell, but how upset are you when you get your warmer or when you come home and your bulb's out, right? So upselling on bulbs, that is one way to do it. Now we're going to talk about some other ways to upsell, because upselling is a customer service tactic. It is not you being salesy, it's you being a good consultant. So I want you to think of a product that you're obsessed with, Tell me in the comments what you're obsessed with. Is it washer whiffs? Is it counter clean? Is it our Scentsy soak? Pick something. I don't care what it is that you are obsessed with. And that is what you need to upsell with. Yes, y'all. So I love that y'all are saying washer whiffs. Samantha said fragrance flower, counter clean, because listen, number one, Chuck Thompson, who is one of our head people in Scentsy, our chief culture officer, he's always said numerous times that washer whiffs are the gateway drug into Scentsy. If you can get someone hooked on washer whiffs, you're going to get them hooked on everything else, because they just are the best, period. Right? And I feel the exact same way about whiffs and counter clean. I sell the heck and Scentsy Fresh because I make my bed every day and I spray. Well, I guess I don't take a picture. I don't do it on my story as much as I need to, but I'm going to start doing that again. Pick a product and ride or die, upsell that product. Ride or die with it, because people are going to feed off of your energy. People are going to know that you're obsessed with it, because hopefully you're sharing all of that on your social media. Whatever it is, become obsessed with it and upsell it with it. It's not crazy. And if you love something about it, share that with them. So for instance, if you use washer whiffs and you sprinkle it on your carpet when you vacuum, if you use counter clean on your stainless steel, if you use Scentsy Fresh to make your bed or your dog beds or your couch or whatever, if you continue to share things over and over and over and over and over again, people are going to watch, people are going to notice, people are going to want to see it. I never used to sell Scentsy Fresh ever until I started making my bed and spraying my rugs and my curtains and stuff with it. Like, please, y'all, upsell. Not because I want you to have larger sales, but because a lot of times customers aren't going to buy things until they know that you love it. They're not going to buy things until they know that you're a user of it. And if you're not using our products, how in the heck can you expect your customers to? It is our job to share what we love and why we love it. It's not our customer's job to come to us. It's not. But if somebody is buying a 6-pack of wax, I'm going to say, how are you looking on counter clean? I'm going to say, have you tried out that fresh sample that I put in your last order? Or things like that, because that's just what we do. Washer whiffs are a great example also, because there's 2 price points. If someone is a little skeptical, they can get the $12 tub or the $12 little canister. And then once they become addicted, because we know they will, then they can get the larger tub, right? So washer whiffs is a great one. All of them are honestly great. And now we have the classic clean bundle where you can do the counter clean, the dish soap, and the bathroom cleaner, and you're saving $3. People are all about savings, y'all. All about savings. So if someone says they want a counter clean, you can tell them counter clean is such and such, but you can get a classic clean bundle and save $3 for 23 or whatever it is. It's all about the way that you say it. Now, this is something else that I have learned is your brain is wired to answer questions super quick and super easy. So almost always, if you give a question that has a yes or no answer, they're just going to say no, because it's like an instant response. So when you're doing your customer service, when you're doing your upselling, you can say something like, do you want a counter clean or a bathroom cleaner? Or you can say, when someone asks for washer whiffs, you can say, do you want the larger tub for 30? You're getting twice the amount, or the smaller one for 12. Instead of saying yes or no. Those aren't really great examples. I didn't have examples written down, but not asking yes or no, asking a different, I really hope that wasn't like a bug. I just felt like I felt something fall on me. Always ask a question that doesn't require a yes or no. So for instance, when I was doing the text parties, the reason why I was the one that I wanted to be in charge of telling them their total, I would say, hey, I have your total. I have you down for such and such, but I didn't give them the total. I said, can I add on any bulbs or counter clean? And yeah, that's still sort of like a yes or no, but I gave them an option. So it's not as easy to just say no, and most of the time when I offered it that way, they would add something on. And like I said, it's not you being salesy. The only time that you should feel bad for upselling somebody is if you're upselling something that you know that they can't afford. So if there's a single mom that you know can hardly afford a 6-pack of wax, of course, don't upsell her on a $130 diffuser. Be a good human. Offer for her to get it for free by having a party. Another upselling tip is if they are absolutely obsessed with a scent, you need to tell them all of the other things that it comes in. If they're obsessed with Luna, you can say, do you want to try a car bar or scent circle in Luna? Do you want to try sugar scrub in Luna, or whatever scent it is? If they're obsessed with a scent, give them the option of the other things that it comes in. And that's also a reason why I preach and preach and preach about pods. They can't get refills from anybody else. If you can get people hooked on our pods, which are amazing, they're going to be customers for life as long as you're taking care of them, right? When it comes to ordering warmers, guys, don't let somebody just buy a warmer without our wax. We have bundle and saves for every single type of warmer. Every single type of warmer has a bundle and save pretty much now. So if somebody is wanting the chromatic warmer, that's this warmer of the month, do they want some peeling apple for 10% off too? If somebody's getting a mini warmer, instead of just saying, okay, it's $20, you say, do you need some wax with that warmer? We can add a 3-pack in and save you $1. If someone is getting 2 mini warmers, you can say, we can add a 6-pack and save you $11 or whatever it is. Know your bundle and saves. And especially right now when you're not having a ton of home parties and you have a minute, guys, I have a catalog with me right here next to my desk at all times. Pull out your bundle and save. And when someone wants anything, there's bundles right here. That's our job. People want to save money, and it's not their job to know this, especially if they're buying 2 warmers. They're saving $10 to $15, and it's already marked right there for you. If someone's getting 2 fragrance flowers, you need to tell them they can save $3 by getting another one. That's your job. Is that bug on me? That's what I felt. Gosh, sorry, y'all. I knew I felt something on me earlier. There's these gnats that have been everywhere. Sorry, y'all. Okay. And then, like I said, with the warmers, blah, 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 9 out of 10 times they want a bundle. Okay. Girl, I'm just glad that it ain't a spider or something, Courtney, because I'd have freaked out. And the door's locked. So Chase wouldn't have even been able to get in here because I have to lock my kids out. Okay. With bars, when someone asks you how much bars are, stop saying $6. Bars ain't $6. They're buy 5, get 1 free for 30. I rarely sell anything less than a 6-pack, because why would you tell them $6 when it's buy 5, get 1 free? Now, if somebody comes to me and they've told me 4 bars they want, I can say, if someone has only 4 bars, and I keep hearing something over there and I swear I'm paranoid now. I can say, you can pick 2 more scents for the price of 1. It's all in the way you word it. Think about it. Do you go to Victoria's Secret and just buy 2 pairs of panties? Do you go to American Eagle and just buy 2 pairs of panties when they're 8 for whatever or 5 for 30? No, you go for the sale, even if you didn't need 5, because everybody loves the sale and they're saving money. And that's our job. Okay. Don't be scared of the word no. Think about it this way. When your waitress comes to your table and asks you if you want dessert, she doesn't get offended. It doesn't bother her. She's providing good customer service. If your waitress comes and says, do you want a refill of your drink before you leave? Do you want a to-go drink? They don't get offended when you say no. They don't get offended when you say yes. That's their job. It is also our job. They're already spending money with you. Provide them with good customer service. Okay. And then the last tip for increasing your PRV by 30%, let me go over the first 2 real quick. So tip number 1 was increase your current customer base by 10%. Tip 2 was to increase the dollar amount that your current customers are buying. And then tip 3 is to increase the frequency that your current customers are buying, AKA Scentsy Club. Hands down, drop the mic, Scentsy Club, ride or die, increase your PRV. I'm telling you right now, if you are not amping up Scentsy Club, you are leaving money on the table every single month, because I have people who never bought from me, not like rarely ever bought from me, but now they have a $60 a month Scentsy Club subscription because they're getting something for half off. Yeah, they're paying shipping, but they're getting something for half off. So Scentsy Club is one amazing way to increase the frequency that your current customers are buying. I have customers that wait for me to get my whiff box every single month for them to see if they want to add that as their half off item, because they're getting way more for the money. I have people legit that have never bought from me that do Scentsy Club. So that's one way. Another way to increase the frequency is limited time offers. You need to know which one of your customers or who is obsessed with Harry Potter. Harry Potter's coming, y'all. And I'm about to sell all the freaking Harry Potter stuff. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. You need to know who's obsessed with Star Wars. You need to know who's obsessed with Monsters, Inc. You need to know who's obsessed with Disney princesses. But that doesn't mean just Scentsy products. That means in general. Do you have Disney lovers? Do you have Harry Potter lovers? Do you have Star Wars lovers? Do you have NFL lovers? Like people that love those things, that is our job to let them know that those things are coming. That's going to increase the frequency. Maybe they're a brand new customer, so you're increasing it that way as well. Also, when I say LTOs and increasing the frequency, that is why every single collection that comes out, I buy at least a bar of and I sample it. Why? Because I send it, number 1, to my Scentsy Club subscribers, because they already have a club subscription. It's super easy for them to just add in a bar to their subscription. That's going to increase their sales. Also, because if they love a scent, the scent is gone and they want it forever and ever, amen, they create a club subscription to get that bar, even if they only have 1 bar. That's stupid in my opinion. I'm going to try and upsell them to make them at least get enough for what they're paying shipping for. But if they are obsessed with white tea and cactus, yes, I want them to buy 20 bars, but I also want them to have a club subscription so that they're going to get it forever, because that's going to entice them. And that's not me being selfish wanting their money. It's me taking care of them. Think about the memories that are made with scents, y'all. I can remember exactly what my grandmother's house smells like. And I'm sure that you can remember exactly what someone that you love smells like. Bars and scents can do that for you guys too. Okay. Another way that you can increase the frequency is customer follow-up. This is something so many people are missing the mark on. Why aren't we following up with our customers, y'all? Tell me in the chat if you what you use for a customer follow-up system. I use AMI because I need it that way. If you are brand new, please sign up for it. It's free for you to use. Change the notifications so you don't get overwhelmed. You need some type of follow-up system. I'm going to tell you really quickly what I do besides with AMI. As soon as I see somebody's order come through, if they ordered on my website, I have a template saved in my phone that tells them thank you for their order. I appreciate you so much. It has a picture of me and my family, and it just says thank you for supporting us. Scentsy automatically sends you an email when something ships. As soon as I check my email and I see that that's shipped, I send that customer a text with the tracking information and say, hey, your order has shipped. It should be there by such and such day. Here's your tracking number. And I send that to them. And then I follow up with them a few days after that to make sure that they've actually unboxed their stuff. And I know some of you are thinking, what? As soon as you see it, what if you're like in the middle of something? I don't check my email unless I'm ready to deal with it. I only believe in touching something once. So that may mean I don't check my email for a full day, which I know sounds crazy, but if I don't have time to deal with it because my husband's out of town and my kid was sick and I just can't do it, why am I going to overwhelm myself when I could wait till tomorrow morning when I drop them off at school and deal with the email and tell them, thank you, I just saw your order, blah, blah, blah. I believe in touching something once. So have some type of system for that. And I love that Ashley says that she has her own spreadsheet. And then I handle my Scentsy Club a little bit different. I don't send thank you mail for Scentsy Club until all of my club subscribers stuff has shipped. Like all of my club things have came out. So I send all of my Scentsy Club at one time because they get something a little different than other people. Okay. Are you doing customer mail every month or frequently? Do you have a reason to reach out to them? That is why I preach scent of the month. Because if you have scent of the month, then you have a reason to reach out to your customers about brand new scents. I'm not saying send samples to everybody and their mama. Do what you can afford. Make felt samples, send them out with one stamp. Figure out a way to mail it with one stamp. It doesn't have to be too difficult. If you cannot afford scent of the month, find someone on your team or another local consultant that you can get a scent of the month bar from. Trade something with them. Or I can't say to sell it to another consultant because that's out of compliance, but figure out a way that you can get a scent of the month bar to sample, even if you're not going to sample it, smell it on your story, share about it. If you don't sign up for scent of the month and you're saying, well, I don't have the flyers, hashtag no excuses, guys. You can print them from the workstation, and every single month I'm sharing flyers that other people share that you can print. If you don't have a printer to print from home, Walgreens has coupons every single month, and it's usually like 50% off. You can get like 20 of them for less than $5. You just save it as a JPEG and send it over as a 4x6. Find a way. Okay. But make sure that if you're going to send out samples, you are going to contact them and follow up, because if you are sending out samples and not following up, you might as well burn your money, because there's no point. People aren't going to wake up and think about Scentsy the way that you do, because if they do, they need to be on your team. Oh, Ashley said Shutterfly does 80 prints for free with the app every month. There you go, y'all. Download the Shutterfly app. Every single month, I do my best to find a 4x6 that I can share with you guys, because that's what I do. I make more than 50 samples every month, and the subscription only comes with 50 flyers. I'm not buying more flyers. I'm printing 4 to a page at home, or I'm sending to Walgreens for super cheap. And then the last thing about increasing the frequency, if you know that someone's only ordering a 6-pack once every 2 months, get them hooked on another product, such as washer whips or counter clean. Get with the different scents that they like. Think about gifts. Gifts are always a big thing. Your job is to solve a problem for your customers. So for me, I did a ton of teacher appreciation stuff. Why? Because the end of the year is freaking craziness, and people don't have time to go out and like do something. Or if they do, they don't want to have to go and wrap it. So I solved that problem for my customers. I did the gift wrapping for them. I took care of every bit of it, the name tag, everything. Think of ways that you can do that. My local customers know that if they need a gift, I'm going to get it wrapped up and make it cute, because that's my job. And they know that they can count on me for that. And then the last thing that I want to share is the sales report in your workstation. I will show you what I mean. Once I get logged in and off other people's numbers, I will share my screen. Okay, 1 second. And then we will be done, unless anybody has any questions. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat. So this is under your workstation, click reporting, go to view sales reports. And I posted about this in our team page, but something that's super specific, promotion follow-ups. Bring back my bar purchase history, bring back my bar leads, Star Wars lead generation. That means like people that maybe have voted on your website. So what you're going to have to come down here is you're going to have to click all of your customers. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click, and I've already printed this out. I have it right here next to me. I like formatted it and made it neat. And I have all of the names of people, and I don't want to show all their information, but it has all of the people that have bought specific scents from me. So if you haven't been with Scentsy for a while, you may not have all of that different stuff there. Hold on, y'all. But for those of you that have, you're going to have information there. Also, with your sales reports, you can click on the reorder tab, see which customers might potentially reorder. You can adjust the filters here, and you can say how many months since the last order. So you could even type in, okay, 6 months. Then I'm going to export it. I'm going to see what it is that they've ordered. Okay. Oops. And then let's say you want to know who's ordered a specific product, your product name. You could type in, for instance, let's just do counter clean. And I'm going to go and I'm going to click all of these different scents, even though these aren't scents that maybe we offer right now. But if I click all of these and I say I want my start date to be since the beginning, or I'm just going to say, yeah. I can say since the beginning of 2020 until now. I can search it, and it's going to end up populating every single person that has bought counter clean. And like, it may take a little while to get there, but y'all understand what I'm saying. Okay. I hope that that part was helpful as well. So if you know somebody likes washer whiffs, search that way. You can even search specific scents. So use your reports to help you with that. Okay. So post any questions that you have, and I'm going to end this up by just summing it back up. This was all about how to increase your PRV by 30%. Obviously, every single person isn't going to say yes to an upsell. Every single person isn't going to increase the frequency. But if you can take these 3 points and be very, very intentional with how many, and like actually measure your success, you can see if you've increased it by 30%. You can look at what your PRV was last month and tell yourself, okay, I want to increase that by 30%. Figure out what that 30% number would actually be and hold yourself accountable instead of just shooting blindly. And that's one reason that I feel like people get stuck, because they're not setting measurable goals or measurable things that are attainable. Like I said at the beginning, step number 1 was increase your customer base by 10%. Figure out what that number is going to be. Put it in front of your face. Put Post-its all around your house. I need 5 new customers. Okay. Step 2 is to increase the dollar amount that your current customers are buying by 10%. So if you know that most of your customers are typically just getting a 6-pack of wax, set a goal of selling bulbs or a counter clean, or bulbs and washer whiffs to every single customer. Use a little tally sheet. Every single time you're following up and somebody's buying something, you're offering them to upsell. Keep track of how many people you're actually increasing by 10%. You can do a little checkbox, go for the no. You can have 100 checkboxes, and every single person you follow up that actually buys, you get a check mark if you increase their buying purchase by 10%. This is going to be very specific to you though. So you need to know what your average purchase is. You could even do it by person. If you know that your mom usually buys a 6-pack of wax and a counter clean, figure out what that total is, $40. So you need to upsell her by $4, get her to get some bulbs or whatever it is. Make it very measurable, because if not, you're just shooting in the dark. Okay. Write down what your 30% increase in PRV would be. And then the last tip is to increase the frequency that your current customers are buying. That report that I just showed you about the reorder, that tells you when that specific customer ordered. It told me that she ordered, I think I exited all the way out. I'm going to go back real quick. I know I'm not sharing. I'm just trying to pull this up real quick. So for reorders, I looked at 3 months, or this one was already pulled up at 3 months. So you can try and increase that. This customer specifically, once this loads, it's been 2 months and 30 days since her last order. It's probably time for me to follow up with that person. And what I could even do is dig even a little deeper. And what I see right here at the top of my report is that a lot of these people that are right here about 2 months and 20 days or so, they were all from a specific party host. So what that tells me is that it's probably about time for that person to host another party. So I'm going to ask her to babysit my testers while I'm gone at Disney World. And I'm going to give her bring back my bar testers, because those are OGs. And I know that a lot of the people that were buying from that party have also bought some of these scents. And that's also why I have this list, and I'm literally going to go through and even if they haven't bought from me in a while, I'm going to follow up with them and I'm going to highlight them as I go. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? Anything specifically you want to ask? You can unmute yourself. I hope this was helpful. Anybody? Thank y'all for being on tonight. I appreciate you guys. I hope that you can take some things away from this. If you have other upselling tips, I would love to hear them. I think that sometimes, like people say, you're having a hard time getting sales. And like I said at the beginning, finding new customers is one of the hardest ways to do that. But if you can take the other 2 tips by increasing the frequency or just even increasing the amount, that can make a significant difference. Even if you only have 10 customers right now and you increase 5 of them by 10%, that's going to make a big chunk if you continuously make it a part of your everyday or every time thing, right? When you're following up with somebody for the scent of the month and you ask them how they like it, don't let them just buy 1 bar, right? That's also why when I've done the, so when I do like pre-order forms, I don't just list the bar. I list that the room spray is $7.20. The scent circle is $2.30. I never used to do that. And I never sold room sprays and scent circles in those other scents. But now, since I put on my label that it's available in room spray and scent circle, like such an easy upsell, right? $3 upsell for a $30 for, that's also something for your 6 packs. Do you want to add a scent circle on for your car? Super easy, right? And a scent circle, sometimes maybe even a scent circle might even be a better thing if they're somebody that like doesn't like to be prepared, because you know you have customers that are just always frantic. I need a bulb right now. I have company coming over. But then they might buy a scent circle because they want their car to smell good. All right. I love y'all. I hope this was helpful. I will post a recording and I cannot wait to talk to y'all soon. Bye.